Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with part 2 of making a MLO. So the previous video, I showed you how to get rid of the collisions, showed you how to get rid of the occlusions, showed you how to remove the door or the polygon, the collision in, or the garage door, or the door within 3ds Max. We've got them all in a folder called the YouTube project. Today we're going to go back to 3ds Max and we're going to make the actual box, the MLO itself. So let's go back into 3ds Max. So let me open mine up. C drive. Program files, Autodesk, 3ds Max. Let's go down. 3ds Max. And let's get this open up. So we're going to open up the ODR again. So it's the one we exported last time because I didn't save it. So let's open this back up. So let's go File. Sorry, let's not do that. Let's wait for this welcome message to come up. And we're going to go back into GIMS Evo. Delete this. Go back over to GIMS. So let's open up this. GIMS Evo, click import, and we're going to import the desktop, exported YouTube. This is what we need. So this is going to be the one with the door. So let's select the textures, my texture folder. Yeah, don't judge me for the name. Okay, so this should be the model that we moved the door from. So let's move this around. Let's go down there, and yes, it is. So there's the door removed. As you can see, we can see the inside. Excellent. So now we're going to use this one to put our plane down. It's called a plane that we're going to use. Zoom in here. Let's get it level and let's get it to bird's eye. Right, that'll do. Maybe a bit more straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. I should move the pivots so they're all centered, but this will do. Right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to go to this little plus sign here. We're going to go to plane. So I've got the plane and we're going to put this plane down. Nothing too big. First thing I need to do is down over here on the right where it says segments, length segs put to 1, width segs put to 1. So it's one box. Using our rotate button, we're going to move. Oh, we're not going to do that. We're going to move this around. Now we need to line this up with the door. I'll probably use this viewport over here. It's probably easier. Move that down. So if you hold down your middle mouse button, you can move stuff around. So let's move this over here. Bit more. Back a touch. And that's protruding a tiny bit. So let's go back. That should be all right. Right, that should be sweet. So now let's go inside. How big is it? We only want to make a little box. Yeah, that'll be fine. So what we're going to do now, let's select it. So let's go plane. Let's go over here to the plane, and we're going to make this a editable poly. So let's right click it, convert to editable poly. And what we're going to do now, we're going to select border, and then we're going to go poly, border, click off, click back on, select it there in this viewport. There we go. So now we're going to hold down shift, zoom out a touch. No, let's not zoom out a touch. Hold down shift using the Z axis, put it as high as you want. I don't want it too high. I've been doing ceilings that are too high, so about there will be fine. Right, that's fine. So what we want to do now, click back on editable poly, go to polygon, select the floor, and we're going to detach this and give it a name. So let's go down, let's find detach. This is our floor. Okay, we're going to select the walls one by one. So hold down Control and A. Hold down Control, sorry. Select all the walls. Go around. Is that all our walls? Yeah, same again. We're going to detach these. Detach. These are our walls. Okay. Then we're going to do a roof. What I do with the roof is I just highlight the floor, right click it, go to clone, give it a name, roof. Okay. And we're going to drag this up. How far down are we? Okay, get back on the selection. Up. Sweet. So this should be, so if we go right, we're inside the box now. Excellent. So now what we want to do, we need to remove this door, this collision of the door. Okay, so we need to bring it back a touch. Right, so we'll click on walls, roof, floor. Let's move this a touch. Select. Didn't want to do that. Let's go back outside, see how much room we've got to play with. There's my pivot. Okay, select it again. So we need the I mean, that's pretty perfect now, to be fair. Right, so we need to remove this door. So what we want to do, so we've got our roof, we've got our walls. Get rid of that. Did I move the building? No, I don't think I did. Oh. Get rid of the snap. The snap causes the right bloody pain. Okay, let's go back a tiny touch. Okay, that'll do. So we want to get rid of this this doorway with it in the actual model that we're making. So what we're going to do, we're going to right click it, convert to a poly. Didn't work. Right click, convert, editable poly. Click off. What am I doing? Walls, editable poly. Okay. So now we just need to select this door. So what we want to do, let me find the door in this viewport here. Whereabouts is the door here? So let's go editable polygon. So there's the door there. So what we want to do, in your snap toggle, I'm going to click that on. I'm going to right click it. Make sure you've got vertex on. I'm going to select, click slice down here, quick slice down here. I'm going to do each point around the door. Last one. I'll be right. Bit rough. Unclick quick slice, select the door, hit delete. So now as you can see, let me unclick this. Do. Such bloody keybinds are so fiddly. Alright, mouse, there we go. So we're inside the little interior, the little box that we've made. Happy days, doors removed. We've got walls, we've got a roof. We don't actually need this now because we've already got this building with the door removed in our folder. So we can get rid of this. I can actually just delete this. When we come to export it though, we're going to have to give it a, we're going to have to create an object, a model, but we're not coming to that yet. So let's just delete this. Do you really have to? Okay. Delete and delete this. Delete. So here's our box in all its glory. Just a little simple little box. There's the floor. Did I just remove the floor by accident? I think I did. It don't matter. We can delete this plane. Let's remake the floor. Easy enough. Select that. Right click. Clone. This is the floor. Okay. Drag it down. It's this snap toggle. Remove the snap toggle. Drag it down. Where we want it. Floor. Down. It's about there. So, if we use our arrow key and holding down the left mouse button, we can toggle around. Happy days. So that is the actual model done. And we can add some textures to this. So that's pretty damn quick. Right, we're going to do some rough textures. You can spend more time with the textures, obviously. The textures, they have to be, for instance, they have to be 600 by 600, 1024 by 1024. It just has to be a power of 2, so it has to be the same values on both. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the walls. So we've got the walls only selected here. right now I'm just going to get rid of the roof so I can actually see inside. This can be a bit buggy, the material editor, but hopefully it's not today. So let's select. So we've got one here. It's called default. Let's give it a name. Walls. Click physical material, and it opens up this. Hopefully this opens. It did. So that's a bonus. And I always put mine on hard terrain, concrete, use color, room ID. It's important. Make sure you put it on 1. Then we can drag this over to the walls. There we go. What we can do now, we can go to the GIMS Evo. We can go to material editor, walls, go to options, diffuse texture, click embed, and we're going to go empty. This is where you add an actual texture. I should have some here somewhere, so let's just put anything on. Have I got any pictures? Desktop downloads. So here's one here. So as you can see, the dimensions 1024 by 1024. Go OK. So if it looks like that, do not fear. Simple fix. We're going to go to our, make sure we're on walls still. We're on walls. Go to the editable and go to the modifier list. Click UV map. We're going to find UV map, and then we're going to click box. So there we go. That's sweet. Or you could go real world size, etc. I mean, like I say, I'm not going to go mad with textures right now. You can play with this and add what you want. This is just for the sake of the tutorial, but it's got a texture on it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's do the floor. So the floor, let's select the floor. Hopefully I've got a different texture for the floor. Downloads, what we got on here? Bricks. Let's get rid of these. Actually, I can use, no, let's not use that. Metal. Let's see what this floor's like. I don't want to have to be downloading another texture. 1024. I mean, we'll apply this just for the purpose of it. So let's go. So this one was the walls. Clicking over default, give it a name. This one's going to be floor, physical material, GIMS 5 material. Same again, hard terrain, concrete. This is for all the footsteps, etc. Go to use color, room ID. It's going to be 1. Drag it onto the floor. Same again. We're going to go over to the GIMS Evo. GIMS Evo. We're going to go to material editor, floor. Click it, diffuse texture, embed, select, and this time we're going to go. That was the same one. Can we just use roughness because it's got a different color? Or is it going to look real bad? It's going to look real bad. So let's not use that. You have to just use the same texture for them all, just for the purposes of the video. Okay. Right, sweet. So, like I say, you can add anything you want as long as it's got the power of 2, as long as it's, 1024 by 1024 is what I'm using now. And if you have a problem with the actual look of it, then you go to the modifier list and you find the UV map like we did previously to fix it. Right, so you guessed it, we're going to do the roof, and we're going to do the same. We're going to use the same texture for the roof because we're not messing around with that. Let's go default. Roof, physical material. Let's click that. Let's go GIMS. Room ID 1. I'm going to go hard terrain, concrete, use color, room ID 1, drag it onto the roof. Okie GIMS. Sometimes this GIMS is a bit buggy. It's known for it. It has a few little bugs. So if you can't click the GIMS V5 material, then just reload it. It'll work eventually. Right, material editor. Let's go roof. Click on it. Diffuse texture, embed, select the same one again because we're just using the same texture for everything. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is the wrong way round. So if I went in with, I need to flip this roof over. So this texture's on the inside. If I didn't, then when I go into the game, I'll look up and the roof is just see-through. So what we need to do, come out of all this, roof. We should see flip. I don't see flip, so what we want to do is let's right click it, convert to an editable mesh. Which one was flip on? Editable mesh is converted back to an editable poly. Flip. I've hit a wall. Can't remember where flip was. I'm not gonna lie. Roof. Flip. Where are you? Polygon. Flip. Okay, so it's on the editable polygon. Flip. Right, there we go. So we're ready to export this and get onto some more complicating stages. But this box is ready. So if we want to export this, we're going to need the actual model. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to select all these. And we're going to go to GIMS. We're going to create an object. We're going to create a model. And we're going to create a model. Select the building. As you'll see here, it's created a model. Let's give it a name. So rename, and this is going to be called YouTube_tutorial. YouTube_tutorial. Okay, I'm going to put all these inside of this. So this is going to be the parent, like so. And now this can get exported, and we can go and look at it in OpenIV. So let's go to Utilities, GIMS, Export, Desktop. So let's use the same folder. YouTube export, sorry, no, export YouTube. Export YouTube, select. Is it me? Oh. Object YouTube tutorial walls with the type polymesh object isn't, maybe you might have to forgot some modifiers. Let's have a look what it's on about. Walls. What's it down as? Editable poly. No, that'll be fine. Let's try again. Let's go. Let's go export. If it tells us again, let's just create a new folder on the desktop. Export to. YouTube export to. Select folder. Continue. Right. It doesn't want that floor. It doesn't want that roof. Come out of this. What did I miss? Walls. Let's hide the roof a sec. Walls are there. Let's make a game. So let's select them all. Let's go GIMS. Create object. Model. Game mesh modifier. Right. Now let's try. GIMS. Export. YouTube 2. Select folder. It's got them all there now. Walls, floor, and roof. Export. Let's save this file. Save as. Desktop. Tutorial. Save. Come out of this. Okay, we should have another folder. YouTube export 2. YouTube export 2. Let's open up OpenIV. OpenIV. Let's go across here. Mods folder. YouTube. Sorry, not that one. YouTube export 2. Drag this back in here. Edit mode. Yeah. It's in. So it's called YouTube tutorial YDR. There it is. Happy days. See the inside, see the door. So we've created our box. This box is in the same is located for the tavern. The next step, the next part, I'm going to show you how to make the collision. And once we've made the collision for this box, then we'll be able to start adding the actual box into CodeWalker and place it at the tavern. And then we can start thinking about props. But this is part 2. Showed you how to set up a simple little box. A simple little MLO box And yeah, so the next step, and how to add the material. Next step, we're going to show you how to make a collision, and then how to actually put this into CodeWalker. There's a couple. It gets a little complicated, but yeah, nothing too drastic. But until next time, like and subscribe for more. Adios, amigos.